Happy Monday morning, friends. I wanted to share a short devotional with you this morning for Monday's motivation. This week we're talking about God's will for our lives, even in the midst of disappointments and doubt. And one illustration that Lisa Turkhurst uses during this week's reading assignment is the significance of dust. We've heard it saying many times at funerals, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, which refers to this story of Genesis 2, where God formed the man from the dust of the ground. And as a potter myself, I know a little bit of what it takes in order to take dust and turn it into a beautiful creation. It requires a plan, even before you sit down at the wheel, before you start the process of the creation. In the book of Jeremiah, he shares God's call to him in chapter 1, verse 5. He says, "I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart." And we also see it carried out in chapter 18 when Jeremiah is instructed by God to visit a potter. It says, "The Lord gave another message to Jeremiah. He said, 'Go down to the potter's shop, and I will speak to you there.' So I did as he told me and found the potter working at his wheel. But the jar that he was making did not turn out as he had hoped. So he crushed it and started again. Then the Lord gave me the message, 'O Israel, can I not do to you as the potter has done to this clay? As the clay is in the potter's hands, so are you in my hand.'" And what we see in these two passages is God's will for our lives was established before we were even created. And that is if we will willfully surrender our lives to his skillful hand, we can be made into his treasured creation. But things often get in the way of us fully surrendering our lives to his skillful hand, am I right? We face all kinds of problems, times of sadness or hardship. We might lose a job or lose a loved one. We might even feel like we're losing ourselves entirely. Each experience seems to add another dent to our exterior until we feel crushed. We may be forced to withdraw from others, so we retreat into ourselves. Our lives and our faith become so brittle, they break under the pressure. And begin to understand the lies of the enemy. And we begin to believe them, that we're alone and we deserve the punishment. So we build a hardened exterior and we don't allow anyone in, not even God. So as we enter this new week, I want to challenge you to spend some time and talk to the potter. Ask for his guidance in trusting him and surrendering your will to him so that he may be able to smooth out those dents and fashion you into a beautiful creation. And one day, he will return to take you home where you will shine brightly for all eternity. God bless you, friend. Have a great week.